Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwi Classics and Customs. Well, first of all, Happy New Year everybody. I hope you had a good one. I hope you're all recharged and ready to get stuck into your projects and your hot rods. We are Saturday morning here at Kiwis, and Steve's here. He's behind the camera right now, but he's getting his hands dirty today. And we're going to do mainly Steve, but a little bit of me, working on his 54 Chevy. Now, we got the quarters on. That was the last video on his one. We didn't even have it on this side. Steve's got that one on and welded. Other side's done and welded. Now we've come to the point where if you come and look in here, we've got a bit of a hole to be addressed. It's about 5 foot wide by about 4 foot deep. It's a fairly big hole. So we've been doing a little bit of prep work for that. So let me just jump in here and I'll show you what we've been up to. I'll try and do this as gracefully as okay, we'll cut that bit out. God damn it, I don't do anything gracefully anymore. That's all loose.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it as a ballerina.
All right, so you can see Steve's chassis rail, you know, that's all been the C-notched, and this is all raised. So the existing trunk floor that was in the car, one was rusty and two just doesn't fit. So we had to get a little creative, and you know, this is not some come dig it design car where the floor's got to look better than, you know, the outside of most cars. It's going to be a working functional floor that's going to hold a gas tank, hold Steve's luggage, stuff like that, and it's not going to be like out of this world and bead rolling patterns and anything stuff like that. So it's going to be simple and effective. So what we've done is we've fabbed up a couple of little lips here. We've got, this is the factory lip down here, which was the old floor, all right, which is just finishes here now. We just quickly bent up on it in a brake, a couple of little 90 L brackets kind of thing, and welded it here. This is what the floor is going to sit on, all right. Obviously it's got to be this high to clear the chassis rail, so we got clearance here. It's got to come back far enough to clear the shock absorbers here, and allows some room for an exhaust system to get, you know, up and over and out. So there's that. Now, so the floor is going to come through here, step up obviously, and then go forward and finish here at this bulkhead. What we had to do was add these little panels here in, so that the top part of this trunk floor is going to weld along here, and that will seal, you know, the internal part of the car from the outside, so any fumes, noises, whatever that's coming through here wasn't just going to pop through this gap here. We could have just taken it there and slapped the seat in and she'll be right, mate. But no, that's not, you know, it's simple and functional, but the key word's functional. It's got to work as well as just, you know, look better than this. So yeah, we got those all in. Now we're ready to throw the main section of the floor of this, well, not really the main section, but this part. We're doing it in stages. We're going to go, you know, this piece here, which is going to finish across here. There's a Mustang tank going to drop down in here, and then we got two sides of the, which are these. These are kind of the side sections, or the beginnings of. That's going to go in there. Your Mustang tank will go in here, and it should start to look pretty good. Now, this is not a checkbook hot rod. It's going to be nice, but it's not like a super high dollar deal that Steve's building. This is actually the floor out of an old truck that came into Steve's possession and had a little bit of damage on it. It wasn't used. So these are these little beads that are already been pre-rolled in, and it's like, okay, why not use it? You know, it was free, so, you know, free's always good, and that's because it was heading for the metal recycling, and Steve's like, no, I'll have that. So yeah, we've kind of repurposed it, shall we say, and that's going to be that side of the floor. Another piece side behind me. Noisy. So let's get this bit in. We can start welding. It's actually ready to weld in now. And before long, hopefully before the end of the day, we might have a trunk floor in here, so that'd be kind of cool. All right, back in a second.
Okay, here we are with the rest of our truck bed floor that I scored. It actually worked out really good for what we're trying to build here. So what we got our angles from our lips that we built, and we put this in the brake, and we braked it down this way, which it took a couple times to get it exactly where we need it, but we got it, and now I think it fits in here pretty good. It covers up what we're trying to accomplish.
Well, yeah, that fits nice, doesn't it? We got, yeah, that's nice matching with the contours here. We're just going to need to clamp it a little bit. What are the holes for, Stu?
The holes are, there's 2 bolts here that hold the airbags in, and then your airline fitting. So we needed a way to get to those for future
Servicing and serviceability. Yes. Yeah. Just got to pull the middle sagging.
Pull the
That's
middle
just
up.
got to be pulled up and then clamped. And you can see we've already punched the holes in it.
Yep.
So when we weld those 2 sections together, we'll have it sealed off from the interior of the car.
And we had to make some relief cuts. This is not actually flat the way this comes across.
Right.
Here. So the way it steps up, we made some cuts to get some good welds all the way across it in all of the sections.
Because remember, we've got to remember that this is a full chassis car, so this is, I mean, this will add structure to the car, but it's not a key part of the structure. It certainly won't hurt, it'll strengthen it. All those little close to 90-degree bends help a lot. So,
and then with our lip here, where our Mustang gas tank will help sit.
Yep.
And back like you showed earlier, then these will line up, and
so that'll sit on that edge. We can weld straight down through there.
Yep. And this is not something that we planned at all. Yeah. Had no idea it was going to end up this way, but these bead rolls actually ended up almost perfect.
Yeah.
And was never even in the thought process.
No, but I think that's going to look pretty darn good. I mean, it's going to have carpet and stuff in it like that, so, you know, but it's the shape it needs to be. It's nice heavy gauge because it was a truck bed floor.
Yep.
So it's nice heavy gauge. It'll hold the Mustang tank up. The Mustang tank's going to go pretty much where you're sitting, isn't it, Steve?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll bend this, put a little 90 in this to have a little more strength.
Yep.
And it will
sit on
lay right in here.
This back, that rear, what do you call that? That's really the structure for the whole body sits on.
Yeah, the trunk drop pan or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what
but
they
that's
call
real. It. That's all. That's like got a subframe underneath it almost, and that's what sits on the chassis and
huge brace that runs from end to end.
Holds the whole back of the car up. So it's going to be strong back here. We'll make up some little discs to cover those holes.
Yep.
Which will just be held on with 3 or 4 screws. Going to look good. All right, well, I'm going to hand Steve the welder, and he can get burning, and I'm going to go and jump on the Alpine. All right, back in a minute. So, how are you getting on, Steve?
Doing pretty good. We've got this whole front section welded in now. It's all lined up real nice. Looks real even. And
got it all welded around the sides.
Yep, all the way up the side here, across the top, across the front.
Nice. So we got somewhere we can start working back from now in a controlled dimension. Yes. So we can trim those side panels, make sure they're just the right length, because it's got to go on top of that lip there. Just point, top of that lip there, and underneath this
little lip. Under this lip here.
Yeah, there's a lip there that's folded in by the people that reproduce that. Who was that company?
Yeah,
you bought them.
Trying to think who that was now.
We'll try and remember to put it on.
EMS Auto.
EMS Autos.
Yes.
Now, that's what it looks like on the inside. That's those 2 panels we added in there, because the original floor used to be on that, that kind of brown, top of that brown section.
Yes.
And then now the new floor height is up nice and high to allow for the airbags and laying on the ground. All right, well, so now it's trim those to length.
Get the side panels.
And then we can measure, and we'll get those in there and see if that tank fits, if we've got our measurements right.
Yeah, should just drop right in the center.
Okay, all right. Cool, man. We'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back.
All right, we've got this all trimmed up and fitted.
Shortened it up there. Yep.
Shortened it up. We bent this edge over right here. Give it a little strength, give it a little area for our tank to sit in.
Help support that tank, yep.
Folded this around so that when it sits down in the hole, it has somewhere to line up to.
Oh, okay, yep.
Punch some holes around the perimeter.
Do some plug welding.
Had to notch it a little bit to get it to slide up under this lip here. And
ooh,
fits in the hole.
That's looking pretty slick.
Yeah. Put some clamps on it. Get it
all clamped or
get it all
screwed
clamped.
into place.
I'm gonna go back. I got to drill some more holes across here. Punch some more holes.
Yep.
We'll be able to plug weld those
onto that EMS panel. Mm-hmm. Back one's over that way. And right where Steve's sitting there, that's not his actual place to stay. That's where the fuel tank goes.
Fuel tank should drop right in.
We'll see how good we are with the tape measure, but according to our measurements, that should be about right. Mm-hmm. So you better do some welding, brother.
We'll
drop that thing in and we'll see if it hits the floor or just jams or goes in the hole.
Alrighty.
All right. Cool, guys. I think that's looking pretty good. Back in a moment. Okay, Steve, we're running out of day, mate, and I've got to get home. So, yeah, that's locked in place now.
Yes.
So, hey, let's see if this fuel tank's actually going to fit. And then we can get an idea of what the end product's going to look like. So, look at that light.
Slide up out of here.
Oh, that tank's going in. At least that's the plan. So, if you got your measurements right, and that goes in, lunch is on me during the week, and if you didn't get it right, lunch is on you, brother.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. It fits. Of course it fits.
I only measured it 20 times.
Yeah, it was better than cutting it open again, isn't it? Wow. What do you reckon? That looks pretty good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It hadn't looked like that in a long time.
No, it's been a Flintstone machine for a long time, hasn't it? So we got floor in the trunk, we got floor in the cab, a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of wiring, and drive it down the road. That simple.
Oh, yeah, next weekend.
next weekend. Next weekend, you reckon? Oh gosh, he's optimistic. But hey, good step forward, good bit of progress. That's looking really good. That's something you can be, proud of, and get it all covered in carpet and luxury bits and pieces. Throw your cooler in there.
It's nice to know that, I guess it's done.
Yeah, and it's strong. It's not rigged in there. That's done properly. So, right. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. Trunk floor in a '54 Chevy lowrider. Airbagged, whatever you want to call it, and so it had to be modified a lot, but no, it's looking good now. Looking good. All right, fellas. Well, hope you enjoyed that. We enjoyed it. We had a great Saturday, but it is time to go home. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Take it easy, guys.